It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And up next are the Texans' rookie running back. He had a great week to build off of last time out, reaching triple digits and adding 2 touchdowns. It's the Texans and the Jags, next on Madden Football.
The calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Jaguar team. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things can really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Texans, we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Jacksonville's offense trots out here for the first time, and all eyes go right to number 16. Now in his second season as the team's face of the franchise, Trevor Lawrence.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The numbers in last week's bowl game for Robinson. 16 carries, 55 yards, and a touchdown.
I can remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that, but they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Now Lawrence. This one complete to Christian Kirk. He's going to have the first down and then some. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jags need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Cody Parkey is on now for the point after. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either. And it's 7-0. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown. Fields it right around the goal line. Here comes Philip Dorsett now to return it. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. As the Texans offense runs out, we get a peek at the man under center. Second-year quarterback Davis Mills out of Stanford.
And it'll be interesting to see pretty early in this one exactly where his head is, because the best quarterback shake off performances like he had last week. Way too many interceptions. Didn't throw a touchdown pass. Team lost the game. Let's see if he can bounce back and get things going in the right direction.
And you're trying to forget those 3 picks, as you noted. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. The numbers on the ground for Pierce last week. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the crease.
And a loose football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On 3rd down, here's Mills. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Now Mills. Got a man. It's Collins complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. The Texans at 1 and 3 here in the early part of the year. They've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mills. He'll complete this one to Collins. And, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. And now a decision here on the opening drive. 4th and very short, this part of the field. What do you think they do, CD?
I think you go for it. I think there's a lot of game left to be played. I like the advantage that they're trying to create here early. I say be aggressive and try and get it done.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as he pushes forward for a couple on 4th and inches. Only needed a few inches to pick it up and get behind your center and burrow forward like he did.
And remember what the GMs have told us? We build an offensive line starting with our center, the guy who can make all the line calls and also move those big defensive tackles in order to pick up first downs.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. On play action, Mills. And this one's incomplete.
They certainly thought they had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mills to throw it. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. picked off by Andre Cisco. And the Jags force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lawrence throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. Man open, here is Jones. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Boy, they've definitely come out of the gate smoking here in the first quarter. Whatever they've tried to run has worked. And there's another example right there. Game plan is one thing, but how about his accuracy? It's been exceptional.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here into the hands of Jones. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. Those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game. Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
2nd down and a run by Robinson. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. James Robinson, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Jaguars lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Parkey with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Brandon Cooks trots back onto the field with the rest of this Texan offense. Well, September sure treated him kindly. Now we flip over to October. Any reason to think that those numbers drop, or can he keep the pace up?
Well, he can keep the pace up, but it's going to get a lot more difficult now. To me, it's a lot like baseball, all right? When guys, when they first hit the league, whether it's a pitcher or a hitter, and they go through the league the first time and they're hot, they're going, wow, what a phenom. Then they get tape on them, they get scouting reports, they start to do different things. Let's see if he's going to adapt and expand his game in order to keep up that type of production.
That's a good call because he's a known entity. See how they defend him going forward. On 2nd and 9, Mills. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, the great coaches said football is a really simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Throwing, Mills. This is caught. It's Cooks. Yeah, he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. First and 10, it's Pierce. And the stiff arm proved fruitful for a second, but the daylight quickly snuffed out. But now he appears to be in some pain. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 46 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Dameon Pierce is such a fun guy to watch as a runner. He can make a guy miss 1 second and then power through a defender the next. Never had a 100-yard game while in Florida, but I expect more than a handful here in the NFL.
They go again with Pierce. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now a 2nd down and 6. On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there at one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Mills. And he fires one, but incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Fairbairn able to put this one through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. They begin the drive with Robinson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Lawrence's throw here taken in by Ingram. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That 29 yards, first down. Lawrence will throw. He targets Ingram for another grab. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Now Lawrence on first down, and that'll be incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. He completes it to Jones. Touchdown, Jaguars. Zay Jones, 30 yards. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That's a nice play.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Offense back out there along with Dameon Pierce.
Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October, because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started. At the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, they get downfield, creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 65 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
And they'll go right back to Pierce.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And they'll try to throw here. Mills to Pierce. They set up the screen. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Boy, that was certainly well read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
Mills. Crossing route complete. Catch made by Cooks. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 42. Back to the ground with Pierce.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
To throw, Mills. And that will be incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. 4th down. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that'll get the deficit down to 15.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Coming up in prime time here in Week 5, a couple of division rivalries on the docket, beginning tonight in the AFC North with the Bengals and Ravens from Baltimore at 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday Night Football, Raiders and Chiefs from Arrowhead in the AFC West.
And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. That one complete downfield to Kirk. Touchdown, Jaguars! Christian Kirk with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars are able to add on to their first half lead. Parkey adds the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Houston set to take over.
They're kind of searching for that magic elixir. You know, they're moving the football a little bit, but not with any great consistency.
I love that term you just used, elixir, right?
Old school.
Old school. I love that because you don't want to put too much pressure on your defense as well. All right, if you're kicking field goals, that's great, but your defense has to keep going out there and holding the other team. You're not giving them any cushion to work with, and that gets tougher and tougher as the game goes along. Put the ball in the end zone and get 6s. That's the ambrosia that they're looking for.
Ambrosia and trying to erase this deficit.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. To throw on 2nd and 10, Mills. He's going to let it go again. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw is Mills. Open man there is Collins, complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And they'll throw again. Here's Mills. Another one caught by Collins. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. A first down throw for Mills. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Mills. This ball caught by Mechie. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars 16. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave them with 2nd and a yard. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mills. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Tyler Johnson as the first half is winding down. And the Texans are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that as they continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And some room to roam now. Field before going out of bounds. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in the running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
There's Robinson showing the flash. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. So we hit the halftime break here in. Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. This taken in at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. And Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game. Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Mills' throw taken in by Collins. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
Nico Collins with the Houston first down, something he did 22 times as a rookie for the Texans. Back here as a starter, hopes that last year's 446 yards are just the floor of what he can do.
Takes it to about the 37.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Mills. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Running it out of the gun with Pierce. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. 91 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Another carry for Pierce. Fights through him. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Pierce now up the middle. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the third quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, worthy adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball. Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just have to find a way to tackle someone.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
Here's Pierce. Touchdown, Houston. The first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
Ka'imi Fairbairn on for the extra point. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
It was all capped off by a run from the rookie, Dameon Pierce.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25.
Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Here's Lawrence.
Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Kamu Grugier-Hill getting in there and taking him down. Now, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though. And they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. 3rd and 7 now.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And Ingram holds it in. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 27-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 14. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Touchdown, Jaguars! Evan Ingram, a 14-yard touchdown.
And the Jaguars go up by 2 touchdowns.
Now Parkey for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays.
And Evan Ingram able to finish finish it off with a touchdown reception. This fielded right at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Dameon Pierce taking the field with the rest of the Texans offense.
He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game.
135 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Mills to throw it.
And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about.
So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Pierce takes it straight ahead.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. A run for Pierce out of the gun.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
They'll run here with Pierce.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Give to Pierce.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston.
Dameon Pierce,
his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Texans have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
He's having a nice little game. Maybe already has an eye on that 3rd touchdown.
And how about what our producer, Christian McLeod, likes to say when they've scored touchdowns like this? He's put a tent up in Touchdown City.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. The Jags and Christian Kirk making their way back out on offense.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
They take a nice shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The Jaguars on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 3. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
Here's Dorsett. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt, and now a chance to tie the game on this possession. They'll start on the ground with Pierce, and he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold it to just a yard.
On 2nd and 9, Mills. That's complete to Pierce.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
He's had success running the football. This is more or less an extension of that because they drop it off to him on the screen. And I bet he's thinking to himself, if I didn't have to slow up a bit here in traffic, I could have really made something out of that one.
And he is going to have a Texans 1st down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Now a handoff for Pierce.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. A run here with Pierce. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Pierce. And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
1st and 10, it's Pierce.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They go again with Pierce. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down.
Throwing, Mills.
Cooks has it over the middle. Touchdown, Texans. Brandon Cooks, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for two, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter.
And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
Well, they no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
Check. Block it.
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a lot of running room there. Not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Now a pass caught by Zay Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
12 more yards there and another first down.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
On 2nd and 10, Lawrence looking end zone for Jones. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Marvin Jones, 36 yards.
And the Jaguars answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth.
Perky with the extra point. They will take a 7-point lead.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So here is Mills and the Texans. Down by 7. 2:22 on the clock. Deuces wild. A 4th straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a first down. On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining.
And they'll go right back to Pierce.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
They'll run it here. It's Pierce.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, here's Pierce.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Pierce will try to pick it up.
And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. On the carry, this is Pierce. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Inside of a minute to go now. 2 timeouts left. Still in pretty good shape.
I think they're in excellent shape here if they use the timeouts judiciously and use the sideline as an additional timeout.
And he loses the football a 2nd time. And the Jags grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on. And that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yep, the opportunity squashed.
Ready. Opposite.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.
Second and 11 now. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
Yeah, Brandon, I'm starting to edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for the Jags, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7.